All right, so today we're really diving into a world where magic's like, I don't know, it's like a symphony. And where your name can actually like shape your destiny.
Yeah.
We're talking Patrick Rothfuss's The Name of the Wind.
Oh, fantastic book.
It's got this, it's got a huge following, but we're going deeper than just what happens in the plot.
Right.
We're gonna like really unpack what makes this story so good.
Yeah. And there are layers, right?
Yes.
Rothfuss, he doesn't just tell a story. He's really like creating this whole world of language and myth, and like even storytelling itself is like a character.
Totally. And like the way he brings in our main guy, Kvothe.
Right.
He's this legend, right?
Yeah.
But we meet him and he's hiding.
Right.
He's this innkeeper code.
Living a simple life.
Yeah. What do you make of that?
Well, it's such a brilliant move, I think, because, you're expecting this, big hero.
Big triumphant, yeah.
Exactly. And instead you get someone who seems, well, kind of ordinary. And it makes you wonder, like, what could make someone, so incredible just disappear like that?
Right, yeah.
And that whole thing with Kvothe telling his story to the chronicler, it's like we're getting a secret story within the main story.
Yeah, it's true. Like, we're getting it right from the legend himself.
Exactly.
But then it also makes you wonder, like, is he in control of what he's saying?
Right.
Like, is Kvothe a reliable narrator, or is there, more to it?
Exactly. And that gets to one of the big themes, I think, which is like the power of storytelling.
Oh, interesting.
Even as he's telling it, Kvothe is still shaping the story, deciding what to say.
It's true. It makes me think of that saying, like, history is written by the victors,
Right.
But here, it's like the storyteller who has all the power.
Yes.
And Kvothe, even as a kid, he's already, like, really good at it.
And at magic, too, right?
Yeah.
Specifically naming.
Right.
This isn't just waving your hands and casting spells. This is deep magic. It's like understanding something so well, its true name.
Yeah.
And because of that, you can control it.
So it's not just like what you call something, it's like really understanding it at its core.
Exactly.
You're saying names have real power in this world.
Oh, absolutely. Like that idea of sympathy he talks about. It's like magic, but it's like a science. Manipulating the world by understanding how things are connected.
Right.
And Kvothe, he's naturally brilliant at this, even as a kid.
Yeah.
But that talent, it comes with a price, right? I mean, look at the Chandrian.
Oh man, the Chandrian. Talk about the stuff of nightmares.
Right.
They really messed Kvothe up, even as a kid.
They're not just there to be scary, though,
Right.
They represent something, this, like, deep chaos in the world's magic.
Okay, yeah.
And what they do to his family, it just fuels his need to learn to, maybe get revenge.
Right.
It's a huge motivator for him.
Which leads him to the university. This place it's wondrous and terrifying all at the same time.
Right.
I mean, imagine going to a school where you could learn anything.
Alchemy.
Naming.
A place where magic is serious business.
Yes.
But even in a place like that, people get competitive.
Oh yeah. It's like they say, where there's brilliance, there's going to be some chaos.
Exactly.
And Kvothe, even though he's so gifted, he doesn't escape that.
No, he doesn't.
He kind of like attracts it.
It's true. But he's also just very, human.
Yeah.
Rothfuss lets him make mistakes.
Yes.
Kvothe is proud, he acts impulsively, and that makes you root for him even more, I think.
He's not this, like, untouchable hero. He's flawed.
Exactly.
Which is refreshing.
Absolutely.
And speaking of complex characters, we've got to talk about Denna.
Oh, dear.
This woman is, I don't even know. She's a mystery wrapped in a riddle.
Right.
Like, we're still trying to figure her out.
Exactly.
So you've definitely got this, like, magnetic pull to her.
Yeah.
But Denna's also, she's kind of slippery,
Yeah, she's hard to pin down.
Yeah. Like, almost like she doesn't want to be understood.
Right.
Which, of course, makes Kvothe even more, like, obsessed with figuring her out.
It's true. And this is where Rothfuss, he's so smart. He connects that to Kvothe's desire for, like, knowledge in general.
Yeah.
It's not just about Denna.
Right.
Kvothe wants to understand everything, and she becomes part of that.
Like, he sees a little bit of himself in how, I don't know, hidden she can be.
Maybe.
They're both, like, searching for something, trying
Yeah.
to outrun something.
Yeah, it's possible.
But this isn't just a love story, is it?
No, not at all.
We've got some serious conflict going on, right?
Right.
especially with Ambrose. He's always lurking around, causing trouble.
Oh, Ambrose. Yeah, he's like the opposite of Kvothe in a lot of ways.
Totally.
Everything Kvothe hates, Ambrose represents.
Right, like privilege, that feeling that he deserves everything.
Exactly. And it's more than just them not liking each other, you know?
Right, it's deeper than that.
It's about different ways of looking at the world.
And you can't help but, like, root for the underdog.
Yeah, I do.
Even when Kvothe makes it kind of easy to root against him, you know?
Totally. That impulsiveness.
Yes. But through all this, he does meet some, well, interesting mentors at the university.
Oh, yeah, there's something else.
Take Master Elodin.
Oh, Ilodin. What a character.
There's the Master Namer, right?
Yeah.
But he's also, like, totally unpredictable.
He definitely proves that, like, you don't have to follow the rules to be brilliant.
Yes, you don't have to fit in that little box.
Exactly.
And then there's Ari.
Oh, Ari.
She's so fragile, but also, like, really wise.
She sees things differently.
What do you think about their connection, Kvothe and Ari's?
It's one of my favorite things in the book.
Yeah.
She lives in, you know, the underbelly of the university. She represents people that get ignored, you know.
Yeah.
And Kvothe, even with his own problems, he sees her. He values her.
Right.
It's really about how powerful human connection is, especially in this world.
Totally. It's like, even with all this magic and stuff, sometimes it's just kindness that matters most.
I think so, yeah.
So, okay, we've got this amazing world, characters that are complicated, magic that's unlike anything you've seen before. What's it all mean?
What sticks with you?
Yeah. What makes The Name of the Wind stick with you long after you finish it?
It's the questions Rothfuss asks,
It's
you know? Like, remember how we were talking about the power of telling a story?
Yeah.
It's not just a gimmick in this book. It's,
Yeah.
like, built into everything.
Oh, interesting.
Kvothe is constantly choosing how he wants us to see him. And it makes us think, like, how much of what we believe is just because of the stories we've been told.
Whoa. That's deep. It makes you think about, like, history, the news, even just, like, social media and stuff.
Totally. Like, are we really in control of our own stories, or are we just playing a part in someone else's?
Wow. And then there's that whole thing about, like, what's the cost of knowing things, you know?
Yes. Kvothe wants to know everything, but is that always good?
It's like that saying, curiosity killed the cat.
Exactly.
Like, Kavothe's always searching for answers, but it gets him in trouble a lot. It makes you think, like, are there some things we just shouldn't know?
Right. Like, some doors are better left closed.
Kavothe's story really makes you think about that.
It does, and it all goes back to that question of, like, who is Kvothe?
Yeah.
You've got this young guy, he's been through so much, he wants to be the best, but he's also just trying to figure out, you know, where he fits in.
Yeah.
All that stuff with knowledge, the people he meets, even the magic, it's all part of that.
It's like he's trying to put together this puzzle, but some pieces are missing.
Yes, exactly.
And that takes us back to the beginning, you know? Kvothe hiding his real name, being Kvothe the innkeeper.
Yeah.
What do you make of that? Why do you think he does that?
That's the big one, isn't it? The question that sticks with you.
Yeah.
Did he leave his old life behind when he gave up his name?
Hmm.
Or is this like, I don't know, some kind of punishment
Oh, interesting.
for wanting to know too much, maybe?
Maybe he's trying to protect himself. Or someone else.
Could be.
We know names have power, right?
Yeah.
So maybe not having one, maybe that's the safest thing.
That's a really cool thought. See, that's what Rothfuss does.
Yeah.
He doesn't give you answers.
Right.
He makes you figure it out yourself.
That's what makes it such a good book. It stays with you.
Exactly. It sparks all these ideas.
It makes you look at the world differently.
And isn't that what a good story should do?
It totally is. So if you want a book that'll make you think, grab The Name of the Wind.
Get lost in it.
Yeah. But be ready to, like, really dive into it.
It's powerful stuff.
It is. And that's our deep dive for today. Until next time, keep exploring those stories.
And never underestimate the power of a name.